Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Taco Bell here. You may be asking yourselves, why am I broadcasting at 1:45 p.m. on Tuesday and not the normal 7 p.m.? Well, I want to throw this out here before I get banned or shadow banned or my programs get deleted. Basically, I have 3 taped interviews that I'm going to broadcast. And in light that one of my episodes from 9 months ago was deleted and I was given a warning by YouTube, I am most likely going to move to a new platform. After I broadcast these 3 shows that have to do with our military, um, I may not be on these social media platforms, and I may just be totally over on Rumble or someplace else. But I don't see a future in YouTube, and I don't see a future in Facebook. Um, LinkedIn will probably join that as well. I just have some real issues. I have issues with our leadership right now in the military that are forcing service members to take the COVID vaccine. And why? Because it's a emergency use authorization shot. I don't think that they were fully disclosed or allowed to exercise their religious exemptions. I see a heavy-handed approach when you talk about our service members who are being forced out. Over 7,300, which in the Marine Corps has 50% of these people that have been separated. And we're talking about senior officers with 21, 22 years of service that aren't allowed to retire. They can't just go away. No, we're going to do an admin SEP on you. You know, we talk about as Marines taking care of our own. How are we taking care of these young lance corporals, sergeants, staff sergeants, gunnies, people that have given months and 3 to 4 tours in the last 20 years over in Iraq or Afghanistan? Officers flying Cobras and Hueys into, just getting shot at left and right daily. And now we don't allow them to retire with dignity? No, we just kick them out, give them admin SEP. And you know what that means? The average person doesn't understand this. And this is why I'm bringing it to light. You take somebody with 21 years, for example, they put their retirement into the system and say, I want to retire on this date. But then the mandate comes out that they have to take this shot. If they choose not to take the shot, they're rescinding their retirements. That's right. Don't pass go. Don't get $200. The 20 years of your life that you put into the military, null and void. Doesn't mean a thing. We're going to give you a admin separation general under honorable conditions with basically a felony code because you disobeyed a direct order. You know, they're not allowing them to go to a court martial. Court martial's trial. Not letting them do it. And if I'm the only one that is going to sit here and bring this stuff up, well, so be it. I'll follow my sword. I wish I had had the stones that some of these guys had not to take the shot. I really wish I had not complied, but I did. And I fell in line with everybody else because I was going to lose my job. And then they rescinded it. And it just makes me so angry. So for those of you who watch my show or have seen my show, I like a little levity. I like some stuff, but truly, I'm at wit's end in terms of if I even were to recommend somebody to join the military right now would be, yes, I had a great time, but we need a shakeup of leadership. How about that? Maybe you joined and you get up there and you change the leadership. I see a lot of people that are looking out and talking about my stuff. And Getter, you know what, Mr. Wolf, I will do Getter as well. I'm going to be on something else. I truly am disappointed in the route that our country is going. Okay, I got into not an argument with the guy on LinkedIn, but I let him know that I just thought that CRT issues had no place within the military. Military should be apolitical. Well, everybody has the true political feelings. Yes, they do. But what we don't need to be doing is teaching our young airmen, sailors, and soldiers and Marines that the Constitution was based off of racism and the whole country is systemic racism and blah, blah, blah. But when you look at it and you say, well, wait a minute, I swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. So where does that leave me? Not fair. Not fair at all. When you sit there and you tell folks that they need to take a shot, a mandated shot, even though it's not the brand, it's not covidity, you're talking about a experimental use. Well, guys, I'm telling you what, man, it's at a boiling point, as Sarah says. I agree, and I'm just kind of sick of it. I don't know where it's going to go. It may be the end of my little fun 2 years during COVID of interviewing folks. But if I do, I will go somewhere else. But I'm have all my interviews uploaded on these other platforms. Feel free to come check it out. If they do delete after the very first one or second one, check it out, because if you don't hear from me again, it's because I'm railing on taking these shots and being forced and mandated to take the shots. If you want to take the shot, take it. I've got no issue with you taking it. If you want to wear a mask by yourself while you're driving, I'm coming in broken. Mario, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me talking? I hope it should be working okay. I've got good internet. Maybe they're already starting to ban me. Let's see what happens. Anyway, I just want to put this out here, and if something happens, I don't know, but something needs to happen. Somebody needs to, you know, call the kettle black and pull it off the fire. Tell the emperor he has no clothes. Take care of our people. We always talk about leaders. I've got one of my TBS classmates right here, Greg Brannigan, infantry, great leader, awesome leader. And you know what? They're not letting folks retire. I don't know if you heard that, Greg. Greg, I just got off an interview. We've got a lieutenant colonel. Calls his buddy up on the East Coast. The guy has already started a job. He's on terminal leave. He had the retirement in the books, but because he's not taking the shot, they're rescinding his retirement. How frigging fair is that? How is that taking care of our people? What kind of message does that put out down the road to tell folks, hey, join the military, protect the United States? Oh, but by the way, you got to take this experimental use vaccine that is by law only authorized if you willingly take it. You can't mandate it. Yeah, all you folks up there in the Pentagon that see General Milley at lunch, do me a favor. Let them know there is a groundswell. When you have 7,300 people that were kicked out and admin separated, when the lawsuits start coming, they're going to look for somebody to blame. General Milley, Austin, Mr. Austin, you guys are going to be on the chopping block. Somebody has to be blamed for this. And I'm telling you what, when the lawsuits come out, how are you going to make it right for all those 7,300 service members, half of which were Marines that were kicked out? How will you make this right? Admin SEP, general under honorable conditions with a felony. The problem with that is, okay, fine, they get out, but they can't get hired somewhere because HR has all these little blocks in the computer system. Their stuff gets fed in there, and when it looks at it and says, oh, general, and they're honorable, but then they look at the code and it goes, oh, serious conditions like felony. They don't even get the chance to have their resume, put in there. Not unless somebody can backdoor it and explain to HR why they left the Marine Corps or the Army, Navy, Air Force, Space Command, after 21 years. It's just, I've always heard it's things aren't fair. Suck it up, Buttercup. Well, you know what? Good luck with readiness in defending our nation if you don't have anybody who's willing to go into a military where they know that maybe 5 years down the road, they're kicked out for no reason. I'm angry. I really am. I mean, truly beyond words. I don't even know. I want to say a lot of things that are on my mind. I'm gonna say it loud and clear somewhere else. I have a feeling because stuff is gonna happen, and you know what? It's just not. It's just not right. And if I showed you the interviews, if you get a chance, I'm going to air the very first one tonight. Um, then I think I might do 1, 2, 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They're all taped, so you can leave comments, but they're not going to be able to answer you. Just know that I'm not even really scratching the surface. I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I'm going to write some columns, and maybe Susan Keating will publish them on Soldier of Fortune. We'll get some traction. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be changed. The military is not the same as it was when my dad joined in 1959, when I joined in 1986, when my grandfather joined in 1941, when my uncle joined in 1976. It's not the same. And as a country, you can do your experimental wokeness and all the values and all the weird stuff you want to do in San Francisco or New York or Chicago or wherever, but leave the military out of it. The military's got one purpose. We need to change the way that we've been doing things. Last 20 years, we've gotten into, go in, destroy a country and rebuild it. The military should be there for one reason: protect the United States, protect its country, protect the Constitution. The way of life, I don't know. You guys that have served and you know what I'm talking about. Yep, it's just crazy. Anyway, I am going to go and I will talk to you guys later. I hope everybody has a great day, and I appreciate the folks showing up here. Tim, Javier, Greg, Mario, John, Kyle, I see you guys. Yeah, I guess I was cutting out. Sorry about that. Pamela, Christopher, it's good to see all these comments. You guys take care. Kyle, Desi, Sarah, Bruce, Heater, Tim. God, man, this is great. Yep, you may see me on Rumble, Getter, and some other places. Until then, adios, hasta luego, auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Take care. I am fed up.